Gyepi day, it is message and bands. Gyepi morning, Gyepi afternoon, Gyepi day, whatever Gyepi may be working the best for you, you may even sleep here. Today we are going to continue big companions from where we left it yesterday, since I was enjoying quite a lot the story, and I'm quite curious coming to how it evolves. Also, as yesterday we were quite like on the rushed side to begin the stream and whatnot, I wanted to mention that the upcoming week, I'm gonna host an event that was supposed to be hosted this week, but we did not manage to do that due to the computer issues that have now been more or less solved. So the upcoming week, starting Monday, I'm gonna host a follow-a-thon event, of which I'm gonna post the details later on my socials and on my Discord server, to celebrate my affiliate anniversary. So it's gonna be with some just chatting sessions with VTuber friends and also gaming. So I hope you will join me at the follow-a-thon the upcoming week. As mentioned, I'm gonna share the details as soon as possible. So for now, let's continue Big Companions. Give me a second, so I'm gonna check once again what's going on with the chat. Since for some reason it doesn't want to work straight away. We're gonna solve it as soon as possible so that it no longer happens. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work later on. So back to the game. Yesterday together... Oh, okay. Yesterday together with our friend Rollo, we wanted to get into some trouble, so we investigated an abandoned building that is a bit like on the side of the city that is not much visited or at all. And we saw something like atrocious. We ended up having a bad ending also. Basically, the house is not abandoned and someone in a suite is doing something quite creepy in there. Once they did open the door, it seemed to have some radioactive stuff, I guess. There was a glowing green light, and also when we did hit in the trash bin with our friend, it seems like they tossed away a corpse. So yeah, we're gonna proceed and discover what's going on over there.
A friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring a massive jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Ring ring. Hello? Oh? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really, we just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You're to stay in this house for the day. I'm already having my suspicions coming to the grandma having to do with that area. I don't know. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What? If I'm not back by dinner, there is stew in the icebox. But nothing. You're to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. Grandma is quite scary. Often. Well, that was strange. Give me a second, I want to change the audio levels a bit for myself here, since they seem to be at that low. A tiny bit. Oops, sorry. Okay. In case it's too loud, please do let me know. Let's proceed. There we go.
A faint electronic sound floated in the air.
Is it coming from upstairs? Hello? Is anyone there? That's scary. What? Hello? Rolo, is that you? Right, we found the walkie-talkies before. Over? Strange. With these little badges, we do get the choices of the responses words to pick instead of some dialogue sections. So the more
Luca glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie.
the more we collect, the more of the
He wasn't
choices
sure
we do
what to
have,
think.
which will take us to different branching paths. Oh? Ah! Who's that? Oh, okay, the sister of Rolo. Oh, hey, Roxy. Is this about me accidentally kicking you yesterday? Is Rolo here? No? Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rolo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rolo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? Oh, we were playing around in Ğepiwood and then it was late and we went home. Ğepiwood? If he's alive, I'm going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luca's mouth felt dry.
No, we're just messing around. Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rolo. Where are you? Check the library for Rolo. That's so scary. Where is my friend? Achoo! Oh, this is my father's graveyard. Not the correct path to take. His animation is so cute. Welcome to Pecan Pines.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Oh. Hey Bert, have you seen Rolo? Nope. So I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. I'll wait right here until he gets back. Oh my god, where is our friend? Old Pickle respond. Howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. You could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The important thing is, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all a part of something special, Luca. And it all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got
Toby
it.
looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offense, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Oh, you joker. We're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. Never. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she will be here, then she will be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy, when I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. Oh, my parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but isn't Rollo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Whipwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great, I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Whipwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Whipwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. What's this about a missing child? I must stress that the situation is completely under control. It just all seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense, young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound. I am certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We're just telling our daughter back that. Now, where did she run off to? His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean vanished? That's impossible. Oh my, he doesn't even see the danger he's in. We weren't here before. Is that a giant watermelon? Hey, Ilsun, History Museum. It's laughable, really. Did you happen to see Roland there? No, just the shadow of a family, clinging onto a town, clinging onto the past. Cling. Feel free to check for yourself, but don't expect to have your mind blown. Okay, let's get inside and check. Chapter Valentine Celebration of Excellence.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck. A scientific experiment gone wrong.
Oh.
An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Reverence Fund.
An experiment it was. That was unhelpful. Okay. Give me a second. I was matching on QS once again. Hey Griffin, has Rollo been by? Haven't seen him all day. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound. And when he does, tell him there's a strawberry chocolate double scoop waiting for him on the house. He'll like that. I'm very worried about our friend. Bonk! No touching. And we did touch instead. Oh, pop, pop, pop. buds and bulbs. Oh. Can I enter the coffee shop? No. Hi Luca, what's up? You haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? He doesn't come around here much. Not since they made a rule that he can only order decaf. Okay. I'm checking around most of the places since I want to see if we get to find other choices for the dialogues, the little badges that we did see before. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines, never underestimate what a great man can do given time.
A bit much, if you ask me.
Indulgent. Okay. Is it a penguin?
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey,
Kato
Kado.
was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Ahem. He looks so cute! A little pangu. Oh, hey, Luca, you snuck up on me. Good book? No, I just started
He
it.
gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's onto the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy? Fight. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Okay, sweet.
There
New
were
additions.
rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read: Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring. Hey, Chase. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rollo come by? No. I was actually surprised that he's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Oh, Roger that, Space Cadet. Thank you kindly.
Mycological phosphorescence.
More like my complete loss of interest. Didn't expect that comment coming by.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs. Oh, the cobs I've eaten, a salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu, one of the greatest acting minds of our time, by Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Oof. Who's that? What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Ackroyd works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. I love the color palette of that. Is that a kitty or a wolf? I think it's a kitty. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Langhorn. You new here? Yep, not by
Next
choice.
family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections.
Also, it's a
She would tell
she.
you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rollo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing. Does that sort of thing happen a lot around
Luca
here?
shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. That's so sweet. What? So she's the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well, technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kinda like me and Rollo. I guess Rollo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. Oh, that's so sweet. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Okay, let's go. Jay, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rollo. No, the beetles. Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm a beetologist. Just keep eye out for him, would ya? Of course. I mean on Rollo, not on the beetles too. But I will consider that.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town. The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Okay, no one here, so we go to the scary place, I guess, directly. Okay. Keep out. Dang, they boarded up the way in. Eh. That did nothing. Wait, there's another path? Wait. Oh.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. What the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
Oh!
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What
As
cool!
quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray.
Oh.
Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay, so the science tells us this skunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Yep. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. The bullies. Don't say things like that, it hurts Tish's feelings. And that's right, Tish. Yep. She looks fine to me. Why, hello, I don't think we have been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot Tish. Yep. You probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of ya being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dude? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents keep it out on him? Shut up. It's true they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Well, who's grown a backbone now that a girl's around? First his pops crooked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced. Punch him.
Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Oh, time to bust out the strange. Oh no. The strange, let's go.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence,
She's angry, she's angry.
the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being a weirdo. Hello, are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense, wackadoo's troll impacts, dude.
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Oh. Ah.
Iggy's
Oof.
clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
Oh my gosh. You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm gonna...
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
Struggle. I don't feel so good. Half? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, just... Oh shit. Yep. What the hell? Like, I imagined that coming up, but still, scary. That was intense. Think it's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay. Yeah,
The person
I
at
don't
the
think so either.
warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words out of my mouth. I'm so glad we found such a good friend. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company looks old. Huh? About here, nothing. Okay. Seems like we can only return back. Oh, okay. Sorry. Water, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We're just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? I do not believe that. So where was he? It's funny really, he just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know. I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now. Getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost or yourselves. Yeah, come on back. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Look, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home, I guess. But your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nala about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess I'll swallow that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure, luck is okay. I don't trust that one. At all.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4, Our Harvest Awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Oh, wow. Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? What the hell? Oh, she did disappear as well. This is not the correct time for this. Grandma? Are the drawers open around the place, Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. Goodness, Grandma. Not heard this ring as well. Seems like someone entered in here. Ran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him, so I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. Where's my grandma? It turns out Rollo is safe and sound. Is he too? Grandma?
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
So Grand's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess. That is not a good thing.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice. But I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go." Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run." The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. "That's the thing about fishing, Luca." His chest began to crystallize. "You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out." A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
Oh my gosh. Was that his memory or all a nightmare?
Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rollo?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Oh, Luca? Rollo, is that you? Luca? There? Rollo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me, someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was... took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now, at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Trust... He's... Hold on, someone's coming. Rollo? Rollo, where are
Luca
you?
held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear
Rollo's
you.
voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to go to the treehouse. The treehouse?
The signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rollo, you're a
Luca
genius.
grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Let's go to the treehouse. Hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in the treehouse. Oh. Down here it was.
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Whoa. Grandma? So you understand the rules? You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. Refuse. Hiram, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Harris Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after you called this morning. Plans change. How's Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all. I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Spark Plug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Ran? Were you meeting with Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hey, Luca! Ah! Is that a bad character? No, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left, so I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I told them I'm here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified, or both. Look, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? No, I'm gonna stay out here for a bit longer. See ya, Luca. Oh, okay. We still cannot go towards that path. The tree house. Okay. Rollo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Carr said you were alright. What happened out there? Tangitrol, where are you? Whoa. Who's
Luca
there?
could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here, so you'd better come out right now. What?
Tilda sent via throne.com.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, thank you. That's very appreciated. Sorry, it seems like it didn't show up in chat, so I'm gonna check quickly what that actually was, because I did not manage to look at time in time. Oh, thank you so much, Didi Meow. That's very sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. so it better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? Wait, is that our bully? I guess I don't even recognize myself
Luca
anymore.
stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster, and now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your
Luca
fault.
slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second, and I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and the power of friendship, None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Whipwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Luca! Rollo? It's not safe, Luca! Rollo, where are you? The treehouse! I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell ya? Those perennial harvest wakajos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well... Thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Look at what's happening. Don't panic, you stay here and I'll see what they want. What the heck? Hello, Mr. One Horn. We'll love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We'll be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be done in just a second. Of course, of course, of course, of course. That's creepy. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They're saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We'll love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Hello, my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon.
Oh.
From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
And there's that crazy Sus character. Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare. Go away, just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry too, we're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him, he's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why, because he lets you rumble on like a wakadu? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting and he is perfectly safe, for now at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in a pickle, and I am the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight.
Fair enough.
He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rolo sends his regards. Hey, that wasn't called for, more than a little rude. And just plain unsanitary. Look, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
And
With
this.
a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Okay. Let's go with tickles here, maybe.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yep. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What, Tish, is she tickling you? Yep. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Tish is quite an odd
Beck
character.
redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Hurry up. What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just searching us.
His eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered I have somewhere to be. Sarah, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Whoa, what a little creep. Oh, Beck, I think you got a little ooze in
Beck
your
shook the
hair.
ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh god.
Chapter 4. The best policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rolo was his primary concern.
Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Oop. Look, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with grey hair just run past us in a panic?
Foxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We're just helping look for Rolo. Look, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of
In
time.
a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rolo and I weren't just playing in Whipwood yesterday. Oh, hi, Sime. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Thank you, thank you.
Gyepi.
How are you doing? Enjoy the lurk. Rolo and I weren't just playing in Whipwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit. And we hit the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us. And I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. Busy, but here if need be. Oh, okay. Good luck with the stuff you're busy with. And it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. We're just gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I wanna help. It's too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little tree house you two like to play in. Wait during Israel shows up. Sounds like a plan.
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now, scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Wait at the tree house in case Rolo shows up. We can do nothing here, right?
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
What? Don't sneak up on an old fellow like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring, but the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it really. The whole thing's a waste of money if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boys' antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Look, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
This feels scary. Dang it, boy, if there is something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said
A
that.
deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
Oh, what are you doing? It's out of my hands
The
now.
door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit. What?
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule, plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Whoa.
Wait. No.
Huh?
This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay. What if I do try from here? We're just gonna go chill.
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
Okay. So this is the part we went through already, so I'm gonna pretty much skip through it.
The best lies are built on truth.
The boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. We'll make sure you're done chilling in time for supper.
Easy.
Okay, now let's get out. I'm pretty sure there are some places that would be better for me checking so I can get more possible choices to pick. Oh, look, huh? You and Joel stay out of trouble. I know, I know. So this is where we go towards the scary place slowly. First I wanna see if I can... Oh!
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Path. For many years, this valley, it wasn't an over the
I wanna see if I can enter the other buildings that I still did not explore.
Mr. Sinclair attacked.
Okay. It's the guy that is annoyed by us approaching him because he doesn't want to sleep, even though he's mainly pretending to sleep to avoid us. Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. That's so annoying. Oh, okay, I cannot enter here. Nor can I go there. So we can only head towards 괂ᴏ for now. The chair of my father that is still here.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Oh.
Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
Something different. I've got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who is that for? Applicant Valentine Estate. Good. Good.
Luca wrapped some tape. Hey, you never.
Oop. My bad.
Luca wrapped. Hey, you.
Oh, okay, it's the same from before.
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for
I think I already tried this one as well. And that's gonna be the ducky, right? Yeah. Okay.
Luca
Struggle.
placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Okay, this is one we didn't try yet. Oh, a bottle with a message. Malice 80 proof whiskey, a hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. I cannot check it. Okay. Oops. We
Luca
tried all of
tied a
those.
shoe- What fish could
We tried all of those.
The boys had a good thing going. As long as they kept old Jeff happy, they had an endless source of precious material.
Let's go up.
Luca looked up at the satellite dish. Rollo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree.
Oh. Cool.
While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, it did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over.
Okay, we got one more then. So here he says to check the so-called abandoned building that is not actually abandoned. And we mentioned how Armand disappeared into nothing. Let's go.
On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rollo thinks it's alien. He always...
Let's see.
Luca
Cool.
tied a small fishing with the law of attraction.
Okay. I don't have a good feeling about this. What is it gonna be? Oh, a key? Or do you think the lock is for this key? Now, what would you want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. That's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring code key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool! I cannot get it right. Let's say we head out and find some more. I don't have more options for now too. Wait. That did nothing. Okay, let's proceed. Rollo is here. I cannot enter those buildings. I see. So here's the sister asking for Rollo. If he saw him. Now she catches us lying because we stated we don't know where he is. Get in trouble. Now here we do have the choice to pick.
Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little... So it's only these two that we can
In the
pick.
past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit.
Let's apologize.
Solomon current huffed as
I feel so guilty for Rollo bumping into them while running.
Solomon trifled a gesture.
Okay, now let's see. There we go. Bow! Now we have bonkadam light bulbs. Okay. Once again, we do enter.
As the glowing
Okay, now the guy in the suite will come out and we will have to hide. Okie dokies. Scary.
sat petrified under the weight of the bag.
And this is where we find out about the corpse.
Rollo felt. He snapped off a tap. Rollo held the.
This is where we have to run away, but Rollo disappears the next day.
Luca sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rollo's foot. 1, 15, 35. Screw it, Luca. Nothing. No sign of time to hold. Luca clamored. He was up like a shot, and Beacon Pines, he wouldn't remember throwing his. Chapter finding a friend. The next morning, only the sound of. Grant, she.
I'm starting to understand that we didn't really have to redo all of this, we just had to pick the shortest parts. Oopsie. But yeah, it's okay. For now, let's proceed like we can. As we can. And to see if I can enter the
An
other
eerie
ones.
electronic sound echoed from Luca's bedroom.
Oh. Huh.
Luca glanced at the now. He wasn't sure what.
Wow. The sister looking for him.
A pit. Luca's mouth felt. Luca could feel.
So I cannot enter there even when the grandma's not home. Did I talk to them? Oh yeah, I did talk to them before. Okay. Oh. Hey, John. Is it true about Rollo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. We'll be doing all that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where could Rollo be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We're in Whipwood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out VOD when my shift ends. I do my best at work at night. I guess Miss Fartel is getting ready for the festival. Checking the library.
Kato, he wasn't making him. If you were, he'd escape. Kato was Luca. He just.
The new friend.
Beck's fam giving her. She would. Luca shift. Beck pulled a coin.
Nothing here.
Luca her eye the near. Luca watched Beck's eyes first. As quickly, Beck dropped the.
Okay. So now we had to choose.
Beck could some things, but a bully. Beck took a deep.
Strange.
Well, time to bust out the strange. Beck's the only sign. At the side, Iggy's voice. The person was Rollo.
Wait, but as he said, Rollo has returned. He offered to accompany our friend. So she's gonna disappear as well, isn't she? Oh my god.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief. Gran is going to. If he hurried, he might just make it. Chapter 4. Our heart. Luca took.
Okay.
Luca, what a house with. Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to his father's without turn. Why don't you go? Sure thing. Luca inside. Where fit Luca's well. Luca holding it interesting. With a prat the water the raw the pond. Sometimes pallid Luca's dad. Sorry. Relentless. Dad. His father. None of it. Dad. Luca grab please. The ice. That's his chest. You toss a shock of the chair to Luca tried. He watched Dad. The gentle
Now we go to the treehouse.
Luca's eyes struck faintly. Rollo's voice, but the signal. Luca held his pound. Rollo's voice. With that, Luca grabbed...
Okay, wait, we can go here, right? This is a story about struggle.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object. He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward
Silence. Okay. I finished drawing a massive jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the back and Wag. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Noncreed. He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now, while the day is still young. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Oh? Okay, sorry about yesterday, Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more being boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened, there was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it be, possibly? Rollo. I've got to deliver this into town first. We can catch up after. Oh, is it a wall thing? It sounds like a wall thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Wait, what's your step? Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles.
Luca checked the soles of his sandals.
I think we're okay. It's rare that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? You can tell those jerks. It doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up. I ain't moving. Me. Mr. Wider, I trust you have time to chat.
Iris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about the silly festival. Well, yes, that is the news of the day, but there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was into it. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine, my readers are more so interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, this changed, ma'am. And you know, change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I'll make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Got something for you, Mr. Noncrate. Look, you seem... Oops. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Noncrate eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Alright. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy
Luca
today.
handed the jam to Mr. Noncrete, and he nestled it with both hands.
Well, I just have to finish this batch off quicker than normal. You told her to go ahead and get started on my next order. You got it. Mr. Tolliver, Miss Fratelli. Okay. Just a second. Oh heaven, what a burden to bear. Piper. Oh, hey, Luca, what's up? You know, it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like the morning, correct? And you're studying, like they say. The early bird gets the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Is it what they do say? Hey, Zeriel. Hey, Luca. Would you please tell this Elizabeth to help out in the cafe? Lemmy Zeriel would like you. Luca, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you never do what you don't love, then you'll never work a day in your life. Wow. You're really setting the kid up for success. How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do they keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert, do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello? Eep!
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had some jam I'm supposed to give
He
you.
leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, this one's on top. She wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes, the jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me. That's not
He
jam.
reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I shall put it on my store shelves post haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. Okay, so at the museum, we would see that animation with its C already, I see now. Okay. Hey, John. Hey, Luca, what's up?
Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter.
Oh,
At night,
that's so
she
sweet.
searched for the story
An
that could
ambitious
be her
one.
big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
They got you on jam delivery, eh? Yep. Hey Tom, have you noticed anything weird around town lately? What sort of weird things? Stuff going on at the old Valentine building. You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't say quit yet. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest. And the other is working for Harris Valentine, and the Valentines represent Beacon Pines' past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations, I can imagine. Well, if it isn't my favorite little John Runner. Hey, Miss Fratelli. Look at you.
She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your grand not feeding you? That's not true. She is, it's just... I understand. You know, I told your mama... Airplanes. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used it to help out in the dinner. See the picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute running around in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? Rick, I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see
Mrs.
here.
Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Looks like I'm your last delivery. I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see Juniper. You tell your grand hello for me, Luca. Will do. If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that... Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really choose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family, for our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'd be great. Let's go take a look on the pictures.
Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
Oh, another scene of memories. Mom? I'm ready to help Mama. Alright, little buckaroo. It's up to us to feed these folks while Miss Fratelli is away. I've got to deal with the inventory before I can start cooking. Do you think you can handle taking some orders in the meantime? Yes, Mama. Hey, Roxy. Luca, I'm helping. Well, hopefully your work ethic will rub off on Rollo. What can I get you? I'm not really feeling like a burger. How about a chicken sandwich with bacon on top? Coming right up. Okay. So we take one order at a time and serve them. Oh. Okay. That's cute. Here you go. I call it the Love Me Tenders. Nice. Aren't you a little young to be waiting tables? I'm just helping out. My father had me hustling when I was your age as well. Father always says, children are to be sails pulling a family ever forward. That doesn't sound very fun. There's plenty of time for fun. For instance, Father and I always make time to have lunch together once a month.
Luca glanced at the empty seat across from Gus.
Should I come back? Oh no, it turns out Father was too busy to have lunch today. Oh, that's sad. I'll just go ahead and eat alone. Oh, the silver lining is, without him around, I can have my usual. A nice stack of cold cuts topped with a pile of sloppy chili. What are the cold cuts too? This one? Yes. Let's go. Here you are, cold cuts with steaming hot chili on top. I call it the hot and cold. That's perfect, thank you. Mom! Looks like we're missing a few things. Why don't you run out and grab some more ingredients? Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Hey you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple? Why? How old are you? 12. Perfect, follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell ya you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? What just happened? Well... Hey, what a crazy coincidence! Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful! Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Yeah, this his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's
Beth
name?
locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nelly, and this is Ilona. We're Beck's parents.
Beth gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years, so you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh, darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of student development doubles. She got 2 mamas. That's sweet. Well, one down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nolly means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all. Sorry. Second. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late, or I'm back to square one on this ⴪ᴏᴊᴇᴏ gift. Great, see you there. Meet back at the big creepy gate. This game does have so many branching paths. Good morning, Geoff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Oh no, it's not all bad. The festival's coming up. The festival. Old Man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shinings all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine Company and this new Perennial Harvest outfit
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Oh. Oh, okay. Is the house over here? Yeah. Okay. So who all lives in that house? Harris and Gus Valentine were up there. And Solomon moved in a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing. I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really, the Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the full harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this full harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to explain to me how that harvest got all fooled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Okay, let's go. Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simple as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Wait, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle
Beck
that.
took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
So Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck, my nurse. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally would have put more effort into
Ilona
dinner.
nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We're on fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca, this move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So Beck said that you moved here for
Beck
work?
gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Oh. I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nelly won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her their newest lead researcher of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture. It is something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground.
Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nelly means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best, and some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swear you
Beck
didn't?
slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca, how about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rålo
Luca
soon.
glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza, it really was good. See you at the festival, Beck. Is you gonna come with us? Wait up! I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rålo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rålo would warm up to her eventually, probably.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with
Ominous thunder. Sorry. Didn't mean to put that part. You sure we can make it home before this storm kicks
Luca
off?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for
At
it.
that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Here to recalculate those odds. Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca and Ellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum.
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm checking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days. Ugh.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Vic looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little, but weird can be cool. Oh wow, really they have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Ah, shucks. Flowers?
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. But you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards, some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers will last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest, that hurt more than I expected. But at least you looked cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do you do? When you don't know what to do? That never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own too. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know, something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change.
Let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa, let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Brah!
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just wanna be a normal
She
kid.
brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Oh, I actually feel a little
As
better.
abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks, I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll look you out. See you, Angelo, at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you
Beck
around.
gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Catch a withdrawal at the treehouse. Okay, Silmans, we're gonna stop the stream here. for now. Since I think this is a good thing to stop at. Alright. I'm glad we managed to proceed with the game. It does have quite a lot of branching points, but I'm enjoying them a lot, actually. And it's also very easy to navigate through them thanks to the tree map that is showcased in the game. So thank you kindly for stopping by to hang around with these comfy chaotic folks. I am willing to stream during the day as well today. So we're gonna see about that later. As usual, I don't have a fixed schedule. I'll do one beforehand, before my streams, on my social media and on my Discord server. And for now, we're gonna see whom to raid, alright? Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm really loving ⴰⴍⴜ's game. I feel like it's a good game to play through with this odd weather that sorted as much the setting of the game, while staying cozy and just playing it together with you, ⴰⴍⴜ. So give me a second so I can see who is streaming. Just a moment. Just a moment. So. Okay, we're going to read Xela, who is currently streaming karaoke and having a new co-watch party as well. Xela is really great at singing, so I wanted to share them with you. I believe we already rated them sometime, but we're gonna do it again, okay? This is the raid message to copy-paste, keep a raid for a Gyepi day, so that they will have a Gyepi day indeed. Here's the version for those that are not subscribed with no emotes. And we're gonna see each other soon. As mentioned, I'm gonna warn beforehand on my social media and on my Discord server. And most probably we're gonna see each other tomorrow? No, today. We're gonna see each other today once again. So let's begin the raid. Hop on. Thank you again for stopping by. I had plenty of fun and can't wait to continue ⴰⴍⴜ together with you. See you soon. Bye bye.